In the small town of Twilight Falls, my friends and I were inseparable. We shared laughter, dreams, and the love for art. Our group, known as the Brushstroke Brigade, comprised Freya, a talented painter, Oliver, a skilled sculptor, and Jacob, a brilliant photographer. Our bond grew stronger as we spent countless hours immersed in our creative pursuits. One gloomy evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting eerie shadows across Twilight Falls, we stumbled upon an abandoned art studio. The faded sign above the entrance read, "The Enigmatic Palette." The building seemed untouched by time, like a forgotten relic from another era. Curiosity piqued, we decided to explore the mysterious studio. The heavy door creaked open, revealing a space frozen in time. Dust-covered easels, cracked paint tubes, and a lingering scent of turpentine filled the air. It was as if the artists who once inhabited this place had vanished, leaving behind an eerie stillness. In the center of the studio, we discovered an old canvas covered by a dusty cloth. As Freya unveiled it, an unsettling scene emerged, a haunting depiction of faces contorted in anguish, their eyes reflecting an unspeakable horror. Determined to unravel the mystery, we delved into the history of the enigmatic palette. Legend had it that a reclusive artist named Victor Thorn had created the chilling masterpiece. Whispers circulated about Thorn's obsession with capturing the essence of fear and pain in his work. As we delved deeper, we uncovered tales of Thorn's descent into madness. Locals spoke of strange occurrences around the studio, claiming that the spirits of his tortured subjects haunted the very walls he had painted. Undeterred, we set out to find more clues, unaware of the dark forces we were about to awaken. Our exploration led us to a hidden room behind a crumbling wall. Inside, we discovered a gallery of unnerving paintings, each one more disturbing than the last. It seemed Thorn had tapped into a realm beyond our understanding, channeling the macabre and otherworldly onto his canvases. The room pulsed with an otherworldly energy, as if the paintings were alive. Jacob, captivated by the spectral beauty, began to capture the chilling scenes with his camera. Little did we know the lens would capture more than just images. As we studied the paintings, an unsettling feeling crept over us. Shadows danced on the periphery of our vision, and whispers echoed through the studio. We dismissed it as our imagination running wild, but unease lingered in the air. One by one, we noticed changes in Jacob's photographs. The once static images now revealed ghastly figures lurking in the backgrounds. Faces distorted with agony stared back at us, and we realized the spirits trapped in Thorn's art were trying to communicate. Desperation set in as we struggled to comprehend the supernatural forces at play. Freya's paintings began to take on a life of their own, depicting scenes from our nightmares. Oliver's sculptures seemed to twist and contort, mirroring the agony etched on Thorn's canvases. Night after night, we felt an unseen presence enveloping us, its malevolence growing stronger. Sleep became elusive, replaced by haunting visions and disembodied whispers that echoed through the studio. Our breaking point came when Freya, driven by an unseen force, painted a portrait of our group. As she applied the final stroke, a bone-chilling scream echoed through the studio, and the painting seemed to come alive. The figures in the artwork writhed in agony, mirroring our own torment. In that moment, we realized the only way to break free from Thorn's curse was to confront the sinister artist himself. Armed with courage and desperation, we ventured into the heart of the studio, where the air crackled with supernatural energy. In the room where Thorn had created his malevolent masterpieces, we encountered a spectral figure. The air grew heavy as Thorn's tormented spirit materialized before us, his eyes filled with an otherworldly sorrow. He revealed that his insatiable desire to capture fear had bound him to the paintings, and only by creating a work that embodied hope and redemption could he find peace. Inspired by his tragic tale, we collaborated on a painting that merged our individual styles, a beacon of light amid the darkness. As the final brushstroke touched the canvas, A surge of energy engulfed us. Thorn's spirit trembled, and the malevolent force that had gripped the enigmatic palette began to dissipate. The tormented souls within the paintings found solace, and the studio echoed with a newfound serenity. With the curse lifted, we emerged from the enigmatic palette, forever changed by the horrors we had faced. The brushstroke brigade disbanded, each of us carrying the weight of our shared nightmare. The studio, once shrouded in darkness, stood silent and empty, a testament to the redemptive power of art and the price paid for exploring the shadows of the canvas. As I sit in the dimly lit room, surrounded by the eerie silence of my ancestral home, I am compelled to share the chilling tale that has haunted me for years. My name is Florence Alexander, and I am a visual artist with a penchant for capturing the essence of horror on canvas. Little did I know that my artistic endeavors would lead me to a nightmarish reality within the very walls of my childhood home. It all began when I inherited the old Isabella house from my late grandmother. Nestled on the outskirts of a desolate town, the mansion stood as a testament to time, with its creaking floorboards and whispering hallways. As an artist seeking inspiration, I was drawn to the historic charm and mysterious aura that enveloped every corner. The house came alive with memories as I explored its hidden nooks and crannies. My grandmother, a renowned painter herself, had left behind a treasure trove of forgotten art supplies and a dusty attic filled with forgotten masterpieces. Among the relics of her past, I discovered an unfinished canvas that seemed to emanate a malevolent energy. Intrigued and fueled by my artistic curiosity, I decided to complete the ominous painting. The subject, a ghastly figure emerging from the shadows, gripped my imagination in an unsettling embrace. As the brush glided over the canvas, a sense of unease settled in the room, and the temperature dropped as though the spirits of the house were watching my every move. The completed masterpiece was a macabre depiction of a spectral entity, its eyes hollow voids that seemed to pierce through the soul. The figure loomed over a desolate landscape, surrounded by twisted trees and a foreboding mist. Little did I know that by giving life to this spectral vision, I had invited a malevolent force into my home. That night, as I lay in bed, a cold breeze swept through the room, carrying with it an otherworldly presence. The temperature dropped further, and I could hear faint whispers echoing through the corridors. A soft, haunting melody played, accompanied by the distant sound of footsteps. Unable to resist the call of the unknown, I followed the spectral symphony down the grand staircase and into the heart of the mansion. The once familiar hallways transformed into a labyrinth of shifting shadows. The air was thick with an oppressive energy as the ghastly figure from the painting materialized before me. Its eyes, now filled with malevolence, bore into my soul. I tried to scream, but no sound escaped my lips. The entity beckoned me to continue the macabre dance through the haunted halls. As I moved through the house, the walls seemed to close in around me, and the whispers grew louder. The portraits that adorned the walls stared back at me with accusing eyes, their expressions morphing into grotesque contortions. Each step I took echoed with a dissonant rhythm, a sinister heartbeat that pulsed through the very foundations of the mansion. In the dim light, I stumbled upon the attic where I had discovered the unfinished canvas. The spectral figure guided me towards it, and as I gazed upon the artwork, I realized that I had become an unwilling participant in a nightmarish masterpiece. The ghastly entity, now free from the confines of the canvas, merged with the shadows, casting a suffocating darkness over the room. Desperation seized me as I attempted to escape the clutches of the supernatural force that gripped the house. The once familiar surroundings twisted into a distorted nightmare, and the air grew colder with every passing moment. I stumbled and fell, the oppressive energy weighing me down like an invisible shroud. In a final act of desperation, I reached for the painting, intending to destroy the source of my torment. As my fingers touched the canvas, a blinding light enveloped me, and a deafening scream echoed through the house. The ghastly figure recoiled, dissipating into the shadows from whence it came. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, and the whispers faded into an unsettling silence. Exhausted and shaken, I found myself back in the dimly lit room where the nightmare had begun. The unfinished canvas lay before me, its malevolent aura extinguished. I hesitated for a moment, contemplating whether to destroy the painting or preserve it as a testament to the horrors I had witnessed. In the end, I chose to seal the painting in a hidden chamber within the house, hoping to contain the malevolent force within the confines of its macabre frame. As I locked the door to the chamber, I couldn't shake the feeling that the shadows still clung to the walls, waiting for an opportunity to escape. To this day, the Isabella mansion stands as a silent witness to the supernatural events that transpired within its walls. The ghastly figure remains trapped in the hidden chamber, its spectral eyes forever haunting the depths of my subconscious. As an artist, I continue to explore the realms of horror, but the shadows of that fateful night continue to cast their long, chilling fingers over my creative endeavors, a reminder that some nightmares are best left undisturbed.